What is gene editing? First, let's talk about gene therapy. Gene therapy is a technique that uses genetic material to treat or cure a disease. This is often done by inactivating a variant gene, replacing a variant gene, or bringing a new or altered gene into the body. Currently, gene therapy products are being studied to treat different conditions, including genetic diseases, cancer, and infectious diseases. Now, let's look at gene editing. Gene editing is a type of gene therapy where genetic material is delivered to the cell. The gene editing technology then cuts and edits pieces of DNA within the cell. So, how does gene editing work? A vector, which acts like a delivery vehicle, brings genetic material to a cell. When the material is in the cell, it functions like a set of instructions. The gene editing technology cuts the DNA at the mutation spot. Then, the gene editing technology removes, adds, or changes DNA letters, and natural DNA repair happens with these updates. How is gene editing therapy delivered to patients? There are two ways that gene therapy products are delivered. The first is in vivo, when the vector with the gene therapy technology is put directly into the person. The next is ex vivo, when cells are taken out of the person, the technology is injected into the cells in a lab, and the cells are then put back in the person. In vivo. In this process, vectors carrying gene editing material are injected directly into the patient. Ex vivo. In this process, cells, taken from blood, bone marrow, or tissues, are taken from the person and then brought to a lab. Then, in the lab, vectors that contain the gene editing material are introduced to the cells from the body. Finally, once the cells are modified, they are returned to the patient's body. Is gene editing passed on to children? Currently, gene therapy products are being tested in somatic cells, not germ cells. The SCGE program does not support any research activities on genome editing in germ cells. So, what's the difference between somatic and germ cells? Germ cells are reproductive cells that pass on genetic information to a person's child, such as a sperm or an egg. Somatic cells are any cells that are not germ cells. Is gene editing safe? Every therapy comes with risks. It's advised to talk through any potential therapies with your medical care team to learn more about the potential risks and benefits of gene therapies, as well as alternative treatment options if they exist. To learn more about gene editing, go to scge.mcw.edu.